Tonight we'll savour some of the best sushi and tempura in town. Get pampered in this newly renovated hotel with fascinating features that would overwhelm you. And stretch your body and mind with this chic, sporty look created by a top-notch designer.
Welcome to Dolce Vita!
If life were an hourglass, the more sand that escapes through it, the clearer it would become.
Well, that's like everything becomes clearer over time.
Yes, it's quite a spiritual notion, just like the inspiration behind the Zen Japanese cuisine. Some people say that Japanese food's an acquired taste. You might find that a little peculiar at first, but the more you have it, the more you love it.
Well, I remember the first time I had sashimi, I didn't dare to put it in my mouth, but now I just can't get enough of it. People like Japanese food because they tend to use less oil in their food, and even if they do, they use healthier oils in their cooking.
Well, you're going to love what we're getting today.
Okay.
In the Japanese language, the original kaiseki is a combination of two words. Kai, which refers to the bosom of a kimono, and seki meaning stone. Zen priests used to tuck warm stones into the bosoms of their kimonos to heat their empty stomachs and to ward off hunger. The original kaiseki was a small meal which was taken not with the purpose to satisfy, but merely to warm the stomach before taking the strong green tea. Kaiseki uses the season's freshest ingredients, and are cooked in ways that enhance the original taste of the ingredients. Each dish is simply seasoned and presented beautifully on nice dinnerware. Very often, tree leaves and flowers are used to accompany the dish.
In traditional kaiseki meals, delicate tableware and accessories are almost as important as the food itself. So that makes me think that kaiseki must bear some cultural significance.
It does actually. Kaiseki was originally served during traditional tea ceremonies, which is why it's also called tea kaiseki. And we have this light meal because it's thought that tea is best served not on an empty stomach.
Kaiseki was originally vegetarian, but nowadays the modern kaiseki meal may include meat and seafood. In-season ingredients are usually used, and this time asparagus has been chosen, which according to the chef is perfect to bring out the flavour of the beef.
Although kaiseki meals are all delicious, they're all light meals after all. Since I love food so much, I think I need more to fill up my appetite.
Not to worry. There's also the tempura, which is a specialty here.
Although tempura is a common dish in Japanese restaurants, very fine tempura requires the freshest ingredients. The chef in this restaurant is very particular about the freshness of the shrimps being used, and they are kept alive in a tank until the time for preparation. And here's a little trick to make delicate tempura. Don't make too much batter at a time.
I think seafood tempura is best with some simple sea salt. A dash of it really brings out the taste of tempura. Try it.
Let's give it a go.
This is perfect. The crust is really thin and crispy. And unlike other tempuras, this one is really light.
As for the vegetable tempura, it can be dipped into the sauce which has grated radish. The sauce gives it a very sweet taste, unlike the seafood tempura.
I like it.
Being considered an ethnic dish, it did not gain popularity until the Edo period, when street vendors started selling it. The Japanese adapted the Portuguese recipe for frying food and perfected it through the centuries. Now it's considered one of Japanese national dishes.
Dining isn't just about the food. The culture and atmosphere of a place are very important. What better than finding a great place to share with friends and family?
Of course, and even more enjoyable to be surrounded by an aesthetic surrounding.
So what did you think of the tempura and kaiseki this time?
I can't even explain. Well, it's been said that language was invented so we could voice out our complaints.
That's an interesting thought, you know.
Well, it sure is, because I need to complain that you spent the entire day in one of the best hotels in the world without me.
I did invite you. You said you were busy.
Well, I'm still upset. You got to spend time in the presidential suite, the spa, and...
Look, I get it. I'll make up to you later.
Well, that's what I want to hear. Now show us. What were you
The jacuzzi and spa area, so you can enjoy the luxury of a spa without leaving your room.
This is really nice. There's a lot to take in.
There's much more. I want us to experience the new side of this place, and to cure you of information overload, I've booked you in for a spa so you can relax while enjoying the surroundings.
That's great. But then what are you going to be doing?
Well, this place is very up to date. It's full of gender equality. There's even a grooming parlour for men. I can't wait to get a little time of my own.
A woman no-go zone? But I thought I was going to see everything.
Vanessa, strong as we are, we all need a little safe haven every now and then. Anyway, you're going to love your treatment. I chose it especially for you.
Keeping with the Eastern belief of holistic health, this new spa area offers traditional Chinese medicine-inspired services, Thai massages, and Ayurvedic treatments. Vanessa went to try Shirodhara, which has been used in India since ancient times for restorative therapy. When used medicinally, it is said to aid a variety of conditions, including eye diseases, sinusitis, neurological conditions, hearing problems, and some other allergies. The main purpose here is to relax and restore equilibrium in the mind and body. Warm liquid is poured into the basin and allowed to flow gently over the forehead and parts of the crown. The liquids used in Shirodhara depend on what is being treated and can include milk, coconut water, and even plain water. Warm oil is being used here to rejuvenate and to create a deep sense of mind-body connection.
Okay, it's my turn to get groomed and polished. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, sit down, please.
Thank you very much.
Getting a good old-fashioned wet shave is pure heaven for many men, and is somewhat of a lost art form in today's modern world full of fast conveniences. A high-quality brush soaked in hot water brings a great lather, followed by a hot towel to soften the whiskers and open the pores. Finally, here's where the skill and mastery matter the most. Once tried, there's no going back.
Final thoughts?
Well, it was better than I expected.
There's even more. You could really spend a few days here, just pampering yourself in luxury and dining on indulgence.
Well, I guess it's until next time then.
Absolutely.
And when we come back, we'll bring you the latest fashion items you can add to your closet. And if you're looking for revolutionary technology for your home, you can't miss out on this.
Do you think that style is either black or white? You either got it or you don't.
Well, I don't think I'm in any position to comment on that. It's not like I'm enlightened when it comes to style.
And I'm not going to contradict you.
Good, thanks.
And we're going to see if this philosopher of style will clarify some things for us.
Recently, over 300 of Hong Kong's key players gathered to celebrate the winners of the Style Awards 2007, which this year had a theme of Metropolis. To help us understand the style direction of Hong Kong, we had a chat with a member of the style committee about her philosophy on what works, what doesn't, and where we're heading.
So hi, Joanne, and thank you for doing this interview. You've had so much experience in the design industry, and now you're the creative director of a luxury Chinese brand. How did you get to where you are today?
I would actually chalk it up to dumb luck, mostly. But I have spent almost all my career in the fashion industry.
Yep.
So that's primarily how I got here. But it was really, as a last step, it was really luck, which brought me to my current position.
Your company is famous for bringing our Oriental styles to Europe, or making it international. But then, funnily enough, China seems to be making all their trends more European. So what is your point of view on this?
But I think it makes sense. I mean, China being an economy where the consumer is, where there are many nouveau riche consumers, seeks validation generally in international brands, which for the most part are Western, of course. So that's natural. I don't think that that's a phenomenon which will persist indefinitely. But yes, in these early days, it's not surprising.
Which period of style do you like the best?
I would say that for me, it would be the 1960s. And more in European and Western culture, just because that was a seminal period in the liberation of women And also in fashion, it was the first time when clothing became completely unstructured.
Yeah.
So it was a time of radical change in every walk of life.
How would you determine a style of an era? I mean, usually there's always the fashion shows, the catwalks, or like the movie icons of that time.
I think that more than anything these days, celebrity culture is the dominant influence in what actually becomes a trend all over the world. And personally, I find that regrettable, but that is without a doubt the single most important factor in the success of a trend or of a brand.
Yeah. Who do you think is a beacon of style?
I would consider someone like Angelina Jolie or Nicole Kidman to be an icon of style because they're extremely individualistic, but at the same time, especially Nicole Kidman looks very graceful and elegant, but also very much herself in whatever she wears. In terms of designers, I would cite designers such as Nicolas Ghesquière of Balenciaga or Alaya as a beacon of style because both of them very much march to the beat of their own drummer, which I think is increasingly rare in today's world of fashion.
In your own words, what is Hong Kong's style?
I think Hong Kong fashion is becoming much more interesting all the time. I think it requires a lot more encouragement from consumers. But I think it's becoming more original and more confident. I think in the past it was very much copycat and also an adoration of things which were extreme and outre, but not necessarily because they were good design, but because superficially they were very unusual or even weird.
Where do you see Hong Kong heading in the sense of style?
I think for the next few years, if not several years, I think Hong Kong will continue to adore Western fashion brands. But fortunately, I also see that there is there's much more individuality in how people dress, especially the younger generations. More mixing and matching, and not as much interest in dressing ostentatiously and expensively.
What makes a good creative director, and how would you advise someone if they wanted to be where you are now?
You can't actually chart the path, of my career. It's been like a pinball machine. But to succeed at my job, I think that you have to take risk. You have to remain very open-minded, and you have to be, I think you have to be quite fearless.
To you, what's a successful life?
I always say that if you should always want to, when you wake up, take a huge bite out of life. And then I live my life on a day-to-day basis. And if I can wake up and feel that zest and curiosity, then I know that I'm on the right path. I would call that successful.
Well, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With the weather getting warmer and warmer, it's definitely time to dust off the winter grime and check out the spring fashion.
Well, most of us need to tone up before getting into the flimsy spring and summer fashions.
Got any ideas then?
How about sportswear, especially created for the season?
Spring's usually a great time to be thinking about how to tone up and freshen your style as the weather heats up in anticipation of summer. With all the latest innovations in fabrics and technology, your performance could be determined by what you wear, so don't get left behind. For the runner in you, try the latest in super light sports shoes for high performance. They weigh 150 grams, have better energy return, provide 360-degree ventilation, and have structured motion control. And the mood of the season is definitely silver, bright and sleek. The spirit of this season's collection is a reworking of traditional ballet and dance silhouettes to create these energetic pieces for a sports-inspired lifestyle. Layering is a key concept for this season, as are deep necklines and baby flat lock seams. Body mapping fabric technology means there is head-to-toe temperature optimization designed to keep us dry and comfortable for peak performance in all conditions. And for optimal sports-specific freedom of movement, there are radical new cuts and three-dimensional engineering that produce sculpted garments for ultimate in comfort. The latest cutting-edge fabric technology amazingly improves joint alignment, muscle balance, posture, and is also able to link key muscle groups together to maximize power generation. There are even power bands in the clothing made from thermoplastic polyurethane to help store energy that would normally be lost, and returns this to the muscles to amplify explosive movements. And it can even speed up your post-workout recovery, so it does matter what you wear this spring.
Sometimes I wonder if technology works for us or if we work for technology.
That sounds confusing. What do you mean?
It's just so frustrating when things break down or don't work properly. It's so difficult to understand.
But you seem to handle your latest home technology quite well.
I know, that's why I like it so much.
Jason, after my whole day of shopping, I'm so exhausted now.
Well, my place is just around the corner. Do you want to come over and chill out for a bit?
Sure, but I've got a date in an hour, and I don't want you to turn on your aircon and then let it cool down your house and then leave.
It's not a problem for my place. It's pretty spectacular.
Really?
Come out and see.
Adding intelligence to homes seems to be the key aspect to homes of the future. For me, there's nothing better to having the aircon on before I get home.
I'm really tired, Jason.
Just one sec,
Sorry.
okay?
Ooh, what are you doing?
Opening the door.
Wow, what is this?
Fingerprint lock.
You technology person.
Amazing.
Ooh, let me rest.
The lock has a two-step security. To release the lock set, enter the password. Then place your finger onto the lock set. Once the fingerprint has been recognised, the lock will be automatically released. As for this lock, up to 50 fingerprints can be programmed into it.
Have a seat.
Wow, it's pretty comfortable here. But apparently the air conditioning was on before we even got in. Did you leave it on the whole day? You know, Jason, we're going to be going into an energy crisis soon, and you should be more environmental friendly.
I really admire your passion for preserving the earth, but the air conditioning hasn't been kept on all day. I just turned on 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago? Are you trying to fool me? We're walking back 15 minutes ago.
All the joking aside, the mystery of it lies here. It's amazing, isn't it?
Wow. Jason, you're so cool. Let me see.
A smart home should have two main components. An information network, which is like a human body's nervous system in that all the devices inside the house are connected to it, and a brain, which allows you to coordinate everything in the house, whether you're at home or not. So one remote control is good for everything. For the security conscious, you'll also be text messaged whenever there's a water or gas supply leakage.
Jason, you're such a bright guy.
Pretty cool, aren't I?
Well, you're a guy who knows how to get lazy and be able to get into your house without your keys.
That's nothing to be jealous about. Just check out my extensive entertainment system.
Smart homes aim to tailor to the needs of every member of a modern family. This latest central entertainment hub networks everything together using the newest operating system, which means you can access everything from one platform. Your music library, all of your recorded TV shows, and even your pictures. You can also have different settings for different family members, so children won't be exposed to inappropriate material on TV or the internet.
Jason, I actually feel like a movie. What do you have at home?
As your good friend, I should remind you you're going to be late for your next meeting.
Oh, right! I'm going to be so late.
Right here.
Jason, I don't have time to play with your system.
Let's give your friend a call.
Oh, you're such a good friend.
Hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. For more information about tonight's episode, check out our website.
For more information on where to shop, where to eat, and how to live Dolce Vita, join us again next week. Bye!